Attention, attention. Calling all people with bad credit. Calling all people with bad credit who don't want to place a deposit on a secured card. Listen up. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Millionaires Academy. And this is my very first video, so I'm so excited to be bringing this life-changing content to the world. So before I get started on my review of Credit One Bank, there is one thing that I'm going to ask you to do, and that is to click on that subscribe button there in order to help me to grow my YouTube channel. And in return, I'm going to provide you with some valuable content that is going to change and improve your life. Also, when you click on that subscribe button, it helps the YouTube algorithm to get this content out to like-minded individuals so I can get this life-changing content out to them as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's talk about Credit One Bank. Okay, so this card is designed for those with bad credit who desire to rebuild your credit. So let's get started. You are likely to get a credit limit of $300, and I know that's a low credit limit, okay? You probably were thinking about $3,000, right? That's ideal, right? But no, when you're trying to rebuild your credit, the credit limit is going to be small because they are just trying to test you to see if if you have changed your ways, or if you're going to we just call them backslid, or if you're going to go back to your old ways. So they are going to test you by giving you a small credit limit. But have no fear. If you show Credit One that you are responsible with your credit, what they're going to do is they're going to increase your credit limit. This card is also subject to a $75 annual fee during the first year. And after the first year now, that annual fee is actually going to increase to $99, and it's going to be billed monthly at $8.25. Now, let me just revert back for a bit. So that $75 annual fee, now that's not going to be billed on a monthly basis. That is actually going to come out of your $300 credit limit. So your $300 credit limit is going to be reduced by $75 due to that initial annual fee. But the following year, it's going to be billed monthly on your statement at $8.25. This card does have a verbal APR of 23.99%, and it has a cash back up to 1% on your purchases. And the credit limit increase, actually, you have to pay for that. So for each credit limit increase, you're going to have to pay $22.95. So although you have shown Credit One that you are responsible with handling your credit, they're going to send you a letter via mail or email, and they're going to be like, hey, cool, we like what you're doing with your credit. We want to give you a credit limit increase, to help boost your credit score. But you know what? You're going to have to pay up $22.95. That's how that goes. Also, you are subject to a $7.95 express payment fee. Now, this is something, it's not mandatory. That's if you just decide to use their express payment. And and this fee actually used to be $9.95, and they just reduced it to $7.95 this year. Something else that is new with Credit One, and that is you can now make a payment over the phone for free with the automated system with your checking account. Before this, you would have to make a payment over the phone with a representative and pay them $9.95, but that fee has now been reduced to $7.95. Or you would have to send your payment in through the mail, or you would have to pay it over the internet. And I know some customers didn't like paying their payments over Credit One's website because you will have to put in your full social security number and not just the last four digits of your social security number. But that has been fixed. Thank goodness. Should you apply for this card? I'm going to let you decide that. I'm going to let you make that decision after what you have heard today. Should you apply for this card? Is it a good fit for you? So I'm gonna put it to you like this. Your decision to apply, I'm going to keep it real here. Your decision to apply for this card, it should be based on, your need or your want to rebuild credit. How bad do you need to rebuild credit, or how bad do you want to rebuild credit? And should you go with Credit One or should you go with a different bank? And I'm just gonna be honest here. Although I have a Credit One card, if I would have understood how a secured card worked, I would have gone with a secured card. And I know a lot of people don't like a secured card because you have to put a deposit up front. But you know what? That the that secured card is actually going to save you some money in the long run. And you're not going to have to pay an annual fee on your card. And your deposit is refundable. If I would have understood that, I would have definitely gone this route. And if you're thinking, well, how the heck I'm gonna come up with $300 or $500 for a deposit? You can sell some things. You can, do some side hustles in order to come up with that deposit. I just think I'm a numbers person, and I realize now that a secure card is actually the best way to go if you're trying to, save some money and try to rebuild your credit at the same time. See, this is the thing. Unsecured cards like Credit One, they seem like a great deal because you don't need an upfront deposit, but you will have to pay an annual fee year after year after year. I mean, think about it. I mean, think about all the money you will be giving the bank. So let's just look at the numbers, okay? Remember, I stated that your annual fee is going to be $99 a year. Let's just call it $100. So if you stay with Credit One for 3 years, 100 times 3 is 3 years. If you stay with them for 5 years, 100 times 5 is $500. 10 years, $100 times 10 is $1,000. You are giving them free money. They're not going to refund you that money. So, I mean, it's up to you, but as far as numbers, as far as saving money, it's best to go with a secured card. So let me know, does anyone out there have a Credit One card? What has been your experience, with the company? I have one, and all I can say is they charge a lot of fees. So if you do apply for this card, just make sure that you read the fine print, clearly understand what you are signing up for, and don't just be like, oh my gosh, I just need a card. I just want a card. There are other cards out there, but this one is definitely an option if you truly believe it is the right fit for you. Hey guys, until the next conversation.